What is going on, guys? Death Walks Alone, and today I wanted to talk to you about break blow, break hold, sidestep attack, and the fatal stun. So to start off with, we're gonna start with the break blow. So it's basically 0 frame startup, 12 active frames, 40 frame recovery, plus 4 on block. It armors through things. It has a couple of inherent weaknesses. One of them, you can counter it, whatever that hit stun is. You can sidestep it, but the big thing people do is blow it up with blows, blow it up with throws. You see I got high counter throw there. And then interrupt it. The problem with interrupting it, and it's so hard to showcase this, is you need space. Because even your gaps get blown up. I'm not really sure why some things beat up. I think there's a timing thing. But, I mean, you saw I interrupted it. We're not going to go in any further detail than that. Now, for a super that has so many weaknesses, using all 4 bars, I have to say that I appreciate what they've done with it. I wish that it wouldn't give you a +4 on block. I don't understand why, if it's going to eliminate so many options. Dead or Alive is a very skillful game, and I feel like with these new mechanics, it changes the way the game is played a lot, and I don't mind it, but when you literally eliminate neutral, especially in the last part of the round where it really matters, and they just wake up, break blow, and kill you. I just don't understand how that makes that fun. I wish that at least nerf it a little further so that you're not plus, you're minus, like -5, and then otherwise, I don't know, maybe make it so it's hard to get to that point, but I don't know, the flow of the game, it's not so bad. You do get used to it, but that's all my gripes on it. I'm just not a meter fan personally. But, so next thing, sidestep attack. So Dead or Alive did a really good job of tracking. All circular moves have some kind of tracking. There are also some straight moves that track from older games. As well, so the characters are pretty well balanced with dealing with that. It also has weaknesses. You know, you can grab it. It's -15 on block, so it is true sidestep. So it definitely does its job way better than 5 did, but 5 had unique aspects with 2 different kind of character hits, which I thought was really fun, but, you know, I don't mind this either. I know some people kind of are going to hate me for that. It is annoying, but it being 1 bar, I think that's fair too. I don't know. I punish it more than enough to not really worry too much, so that's all I got to say about that. I think it's fine. So, break, hold. I have a huge... I like the idea of it. So high, mid, and low, right? It has more active frames than a counter. It has more recovery frames than a counter. What's the difference? It's being lazy, right? So high, mid, or low. The only issue that I have with it, I would love... well, here, let me show you what it does first. So basically, you switch sides, right, and then you get +5. Why? So you got lazy. You decided not to guess. Why do you get to side swap and have +5 frame advantage? I feel like this is an option that is definitely not... I just don't see it as being skillful. So I would really love it if you would nerf that to -5 and push back, or at least neutral and push back instead, so they got to fight their way out of the corner. Dead or Alive is a hardcore stage very, very important stage controlling area. So just everything about stages and all of the Dead or Alive games are too important not to have, right? So that's all I'm going to say on that. I do like the idea of that mechanic and it being 2 bars. I think that's very fair. So that's it. And then finally, so Fatal Stun, it's 18 frames for all characters. The other hits go into some other stances, which I think is awesome. Really, really cool idea. The scaling, damage-wise, is perfectly fine. They did a very good job of making sure that wasn't overpowered. Of course, you have your own character-specific version. They're all over the place on how good and bad they are. Some are stuck in stances, some, like Nico's, just get to do it straight up, but they all have their inherent weaknesses as well, so I really don't have anything to complain on that. You gotta use meter when it gets to that point, but because they are slower moves to come out, it's not just something you're going to be throwing out. I thought I could definitely theory craft and just destroy that, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, very, very cool, very unique mechanic. I would love for him to bring back Stagger Escape and mess with different things, but I just feel like the mechanics themselves, new players can abuse the system and beat veterans with zero knowledge on, just a little bit of knowledge versus how hardcore Dead or Alive is when you really have it. I mean, when you understand how Dead or Alive works, the disparity was so far from a skilled player to a not skilled player that I don't know. You don't feel that here. It doesn't feel like anyone's too far off. That's for sure. But that's just my 2 cents on it. What do you guys think? Do you agree with the changes they have? Would you make your own changes? I wish they would bring Stagger Escape back too, but I don't even know how they can implement that with the current meter system. So I'm just curious to see how it continues to evolve. Thank you for listening, my friends. Stay frosty, and I will catch you in the next one.